Today we're going to be talking about what I'm decluttering this month, and I have a fairly decluttered home already, but every couple of months or so I love just going through different spaces in my house to just reevaluate the things that I own. And this month I came up with a few things that I want to declutter just because they're no longer serving a purpose in my life. So let's go ahead and get right into this. Before we do though, if we don't know each other yet, my name is Ashlynne and I make videos twice a week on this channel about minimalism and intentional living. So if you haven't subscribed yet, I would love it if you would consider subscribing below. I would totally appreciate it. But I don't want to belabor this at all. Let's go ahead and start talking about the things that I'm decluttering this month. Starting off with the first item. This is a to-go-ware case. Now I have a pair of to-go-ware. They're bamboo utensils that you can take on the go. And I absolutely love them, but unfortunately this particular case doesn't actually fit into my purse, and because of that I never actually use it. So I've decided that it is time to let go of this guy. Next up, I have a shirt that I'm going to be decluttering. This is a piece that I picked up secondhand from Free People a couple of years back. It is really kind of like a cropped top, but the issue I have with it is that it is completely see-through, and that's not really good if you want to wear a shirt out of the house. As we've talked about before, I don't like wearing camis, and yeah, it's just not something I really wear anymore because of that. So I've been wearing it as a sleep shirt for quite a while now, but it's not even really that comfortable as that. So I'm going to be decluttering this piece. It was really pretty when it wasn't a see-through, but nowadays I just don't ever find myself reaching for it. This is a bracelet. Each of us got a leather bracelet from a guy who made them when we were staying at our honeymoon in Banff, but unfortunately mine has broken and I was kind of sad about that, but there's no sense in keeping a broken piece of jewelry around the house, so I'm going to be decluttering this guy. Next up, this is a ring container, and I have very few rings that I own, and I've never really used this for its purpose. It was actually hiding in a box that I put my jewelry in for probably over a year, and so because of that I just kind of came to the conclusion that I'm not really using it, so what's the point of keeping it? So I'm going to be decluttering this guy. It just says Mr. and Mrs. if you can't read it, but yeah, it was really cute. We took pictures of our wedding rings in it for our wedding, but it doesn't really have a purpose anymore. Okay, they're like falling out of my hands. These are 4 little like clampy things. The idea of these is that you're supposed to be able to wrap your cords in them and make it so that the cords don't get all tangled up. My issue with these is that you're supposed to be able to like open them up to put the cords in, but they just don't work that well, and I found them to be more of a nuisance than something that I actually get value from. So when I first got these, I tried using them, found that they drove me a little bit crazy, and resorted to using what I'd been using previously, which is binder clips to keep all of my cords together. And so I'm going to be decluttering these just because they don't actually work that well. Next up, this is a knife slash bottle opener slash can opener thing. And it was really useful when we first moved to our apartment and we didn't actually have a bottle opener. Which we've found multiple uses for in the past couple of months. But since then, we have actually bought one that works a lot better than this one, because this one is pretty much broken anyways. So I'm going to be decluttering this guy because we have a better replacement for it. Okay, this is a exercise wristband thing for someone who has much larger arms than I do and who smelled a lot worse than I do. We got this secondhand and have not used it once in the couple of months that we've owned it, so we're going to declutter it. Yeah, honestly, it's just not that great. So when we were celebrating our second wedding anniversary a couple months back, Christopher and I each bought each other a perfume or cologne for each other, and we like went to the store and picked them out. And when we went, Christopher got a Calvin Klein fragrance, and they gave us this nice little beach bag. And I thought, maybe we'll use it when we go to the beach, but we haven't and we didn't. And to be honest, we've got other reusable bags that we tend to just put our beach stuff into. So I don't think that this is ever going to get any use. So we've decided just to go ahead and declutter it. So one thing you may not know about me is that I really like keeping containers around because I feel like you never know when they're going to be useful. That being said, this one has been sitting empty for too long of a time for me to think that it's going to be useful again. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter it. It's really cute. I think that I received a candle or gift of some kind in it originally, but to be honest, it's just not serving a purpose in my life, and so I've come to the realization that it is time to declutter this. Okay, and last up I have some food items that as I was going through my pantry a couple weeks ago, I just realized that we are not going to eat. So let's go ahead and talk about them. First off is this nutritional yeast from Trader Joe's. I'm completely dairy free, and so for a while I was using nutritional yeast as a way to kind of get a cheesy flavor into my life. But what I've really come to realize is I'm not terribly a huge fan of nutritional yeast. Because of that, I've never, gone beyond using about half of this container. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter this because, to be honest, I just don't know when I'll ever use it. Next up, I have some Trader Joe's organic vegetarian chili, and this stuff does taste pretty good, but to be honest, I just never really have it. So I was thinking about it, and I'm probably just going to donate it to a local food pantry because I think that they'd be able, someone would actually eat it when I've, not been reaching it for quite a while. Another item I'll probably be donating to a local food pantry is this shrimp scampi whole wheat couscous. Christopher picked it up at one point, I think because he got it for free, but I can't eat couscous because of the gluten in it, and Christopher said he was never going to make it on his own. So because of that, we're going to go ahead and donate this to a food pantry. I'm sure somebody else who can eat gluten will really enjoy it, but unfortunately I will not be that person. And the last thing, I might just throw this out, is a McCormick brown gravy mix. Not really my thing, A, because there's gluten in it, but B, because I don't like the idea of powdered gravy at all. So there's that. So those are the items I'm going to be decluttering this month. I hope that you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, and hopefully it serves as an inspiration for you to pick an area of your life or even just look around you to see if there are items in your life that aren't adding value. And if there are, feel free to get rid of them. That's all I have for you today though, guys. Let me know in the comments if there was an area that you decluttered or something that you decluttered as a result of watching this video. I always love it when I hear that these videos have motivated you guys to take action to really just declutter or minimize your life. So let me know about that in the comments. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet today, I would love it if you would consider doing it. On this channel, you'll see lots more minimalism and intentional living content already and in the future as well. So definitely go ahead and subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys all so much, and I'll see you in the next video.